Alright. Hello, hello, hello world. Alright. Hello, hello, hello world. So just a little bit of Bastion today. Alright. Hello, hello, hello world. So just a little bit of Bastion today. Alright. Hello. And now we wait for that to go away. Alright. So, always remember to link myself in the Discord. Shameless self-promotion. Which, I should put a link to the Discord in the description. Which, I don't know, that should be in the About section by the time anyone will see this. Hopefully. If not, please be patient. We are learning as we're going. So solo stream for Ace today. Alright. So that should be that. Get that up. That's doing okay. Wow. Things actually going smoothly for once. Wild. Whoops. Things going smoothly. Whoops. I don't know. I'm gonna... No. There we go. Whoops. Turn that down a little bit. It's a little loud for me. Alright. Normal mode, of course. And let's get into it. So this is a game by Supergiant Games, who made...
story is supposed to start at the beginning. Ain't so simple with this one.
They made Bastion.
Now here's a kid whose whole world got all twisted, leaving him stranded on a rock in the sky.
I meant the mid-80s. But yeah. So this is a story game made by Supergiant Games, creators of Hades. Also made Transistor and Pyre, if you're familiar with those. And yeah, this is just
Gets up, sets off for the Bastion, where everyone agreed to go in case of trouble.
So this is us. We're just a kid, and that man speaking is the narrator. He narrates basically every little thing we do.
Ground forms up under his feet as it pointing the way. He don't stop to wonder why. Finds his lifelong friend just lying in the road. Well, it's a touching reunion.
Douche, douche, douche. So this is the combat. Kind of, I never know what to call this. 2.5? No, that's not correct. Is it correct? I don't know. But it's like, you know, not quite top down, not quite kind of behind the character. It's kind of weird middle ground.
He sees what's left of the rippling walls. Years of work undone in an instant. In the calamity. That a survivor? No, ma'am. It's a gas fella, forced out from underground. Kid pops him good. Starts to feel his bruises, though.
So, as you can see, this was not here before. So the exploration in this game is all just like that. As we walk around, the ground kind of forms beneath our feet. And this is all due to what the narrator mentioned being the calamity, which we'll get more explanations later on.
Kid just rages for a while.
Kid just rages for a while. And yeah, that's one of the amazing things about this game, is that if you just kind of do things, the narrator just reacts to it. So I just ride around smashing stuff. Says the kid just rages.
And then he falls to his death. I'm just fooling.
He has fun with it. Alright, so this... Fang
Gotta hold
repeater.
her still to spin up the chamber.
So this is our ranged weapon. You do have to stand still while you're firing, and it only has a bit of ammo before you have to reload. But it is ranged, which is always good. Whoops. Ooh.
Kid's worked up quite a thirst by now, so that fountain looks real inviting. Sometimes you just need a drink.
So this is our healing, and then we can always refill it at the fountain if we need to.
A school of squirts tunnels up around them. Must have fled here from the mines. Kid finds a memento from a girl he knew. Always used to fancy her.
City crest, a memento, an identification badge from the old days. All those on official business for the city bear the Star of Zealandia. It is said to represent warmth, labor, and sacrifice. A memento, a fashion accessory covered in soot, holds great value, of the sentimental variety. Also holds hair firmly in check. Best hang on to it just in case.
It's a wonder the old saloon's still standing. Used to have the nicest view.
I think that was his tip to say, move along. Nope. When injured, press Y to heal. Oh, I mean, we have to get injured first.
He sets foot inside one of Zealandia's famous watering holes. Inside's old Rondi, the bartender. The calamity got him before his drinking did. Then Kid finds his trusty shield.
Ah, the shield. Always the best weapon in any game.
But just as he's getting a handle on it, the security takes him for a petty thief. Clang. Shield saves his hide. Windbags start turning up for last call.
So, sorry. So if you time it perfectly, oops, counters, and even if you miss, you still get the stun. Our health
More
tonics,
squirts
we'll
start
top
coming
off.
out of the woodwork.
Lots of stuff.
A big old fella pops out in front of the kid.
I don't think we quite have AoE besides our hammer yet, so fights like this are always going to take a little bit of time.
Kid sees the way to the Bastion out the window. It's a bit of a drop.
Yeah, so these are the remains of who used to be here before the calamity. And if we're feeling particularly destructive,
Rondi always wanted his ashes scattered here.
A to use evasive roll.
He gets a good look at things on his way down. He lands on top of a breaker's bow, and it ain't broke.
So, alternate ranged weapon.
Kid spies a good perch for some target practice. He knows he should draw the string all the way back.
Okay. He's a little bit passive-aggressive, the narrator, but it's fine.
The kid pockets a memento from a breaker, once the fastest man in the land.
Something stringy. Upgrade material for the breaker's bow. Stretch of Miscut, prized by bowyers, and pelt ball fans. From one more reason for the popularity of meese hunting. Let's just pretend we know what a meese is and move on.
Good news is the emergency defenses still work. Bad news is they aiming for the kid. Right back at you.
Oh, whirlwind.
Picks up a few pointers from a dusty old tome. He's a mighty fast learner.
Whoops. Yeah, so for those little guys, you don't quite have to draw all the way back. Doop doop. So Black Tonic is our special. Oops. Okay, you cannot just tap those, which makes sense.
Right next to the arsenal. Tough part of town. One sip of the spirits in that distillery, and the kid'll feel like a new man.
So here you got little upgrades. So just simply more health, never a bad thing. More crit chance, active only when at full health. So this is the, if you're already good at the game, that's you soar through it. I'm not already good at the game. Fetching Fizz, absorb stray fragments. I'd always take these. Just like the more collection item. Started as a barroom prank, but evolved to become popular with miners and scrap workers. Metallic aftertaste. Provide passive bonuses. And then as you level up, I think you might have to level up each individual store, but you just get more and more.
The arsenal's where the kid can pick the best tools for the job.
So we unlock weapons, and you can choose whichever one you want. So the way to play games is always one melee, one ranged. I am going to swap them like that, just because it makes more sense in my brain. You can choose specials. So this is for the bow, secret breaker technique that causes an arrow to bounce from target to target. Originally intended only for spectacle, but it proved to have practical uses. Furious spinning strike that can damage multiple foes. And then for the repeater, which I'm always been more fond of single heavy hitting abilities than more than lesser hitting but more hitting. It's probably a better way to phrase that. Stationary attacks are more powerful, and that is nice to know. Heavy-duty hammers such as this constructed Caelondia's famous rippling walls and protected them from elements and foes alike. Rapid-fire ranged weapon. Cannot move while firing, reloads automatically. Ammunition chamber fashioned from an unlikely beast gives a distinct silhouette to these silent repeating rifles, once favored by Ura hunters. With these durable lightweight bows, Caelondia breaker divisions reconnoitered the farthest reaches of the land in the name of their city. So both of these have the purpose of AoE, However, with this one, bounce from target to target. If there's only one target, it's not going to do anything, but I feel like this will still be effective against one person. So we're going to stick with this. Whoa. Oh, that might have been to test, like the ranged one if you swap
Some
to
of
it.
them squirts birthing like crazy in a couple of corn bins.
Electronic. You don't seem to have great... Yeah, not a whole lot of mobility while you're in that. That looks like the way to go, so we shall go over here.
That one was Maud, the tutor. Once taught the kid good manners. He never used them, though.
No. You can tell that by the fact that I am breaking dead people's statues.
An old ferry barge sends the kid on his way. The Bastion's real close now.
That did very much damage. Come on. Let's get away from those. Something heavy.
Kid takes a chunk of alloy.
Upgrade for the hammer. Chunk of precious alloy found deep underground. Isn't alloy defined by the combination of multiple metals? So you wouldn't be able to, like, find alloys? The staple diet of gas fellas. Also used in all manner of industry.
Smell of barley and spoiled blueberries fills the air.
Oh dear.
Scumbags. Kid maybe shouldn't have done what he just did.
That guy's a long attack. Yeah, so that special attack animation is when we stand still. Dude, you're so... Please just die. There we go.
Kid puts him out of his misery.
Oof. Oh. That thing is so small.
Robs a scumbag of his last meal.
Level up. 2 max health. Any loot? No loot. But lots and lots of currency stuff.
He finds the core to the wharf district. He steals the city's heart. Might as well.
Oh dear. What
Kid has
heals?
a feeling he better get a move on. The place
Yeah,
is
I
starting
got
to
that.
fall.
Nothing over there.
See, that core Kid took was the only thing making this particular rock stay afloat. Kid just keeps running.
Oh yeah, you can see it. Ooh. Loot. It's not really that fast, is it? Can I even go back? I cannot. I mean, I could have, but not anymore. Ooh, it just started again.
At last, the skyway's in sight.
Haha, loot. Play.
Whisks him where it needs to go.
Ride the wind. Achievement unlocked. Oh, another achievement. The
Now
stranger.
the kid sees something stranger still. His mind races.
I think we can just kind of lay here for a bit. So, how you doing, chat? That's good to hear. Alright.
Did anybody else survive?
Probably.
Sure enough, he finds another. He finds me. We talk for a spell.
Ask about the seal representing the city of Ceylondia. Weren't these only meant to be for uniforms and identification?
There's a bit of the Bastion's power in that crest. Enough to point the way to the cores.
Alright. So, what about these cores? It feels warm to the touch and hums like a motor. What exactly does it do?
All I tell him is to set that core of his on the monument there. Then watch.
And the crystal beret. Ask about what happened to Nacy, the girl who used to pin her hair back with this. Is she here already? Where is everyone?
I tried to let the kid down gently. This is the Bastion, alright. Except no one else showed up.
So, in this game we are quite alone. Minus the stranger, of course.
And just like that, the Bastion comes alive. Starts growing again. Growing stronger. Kid's gotta put its power to good use. Now the Bastion can send him even farther into the wild unknown. Kid
So
ponders what to
foundation.
build.
So you can make distillery, plans for a facility with whose specially brewed spirits enhance one's natural abilities. Just need a place to build it. The only spirits permitted on the rippling walls are the kind that increase productivity. Yeah, I wish they were like that in real life. Plans for a facility that stores weapons and secret skills. Just need a place to build it. Ceylondian pioneers always traveled light, locking up anything they didn't need on hand. We did level up, didn't we? So I could get a second thing, but I feel like weapons are mirror shield.
Bastion's a place of peace, but we can hold our own if we have to.
Mirror shield. Secret technique that automatically counterblocks all oncoming attacks for a short duration. Made famous in a spectacular showing in the Bullhead Court.
Ain't much kid can't handle with hammer and bow in hand.
Ah. Alright,
Kid don't know what's out there waiting for him.
on we go.
The Skyway. Now the kid can ride the wind to distant lands.
So the Bastion, home base. Workman Ward, core detected. Find it and bring it back. Proving grounds. Here the breakers once honed their skills and focus with their bows.
The Workman Ward. Them windbags used to keep the city humming along here. The Breaker Barracks. Many straight shooters learned their way here. The Bastion. Ceylondia's safe haven. Once the highest point in the city. Too bad it wasn't finished before the calamity struck. The Wharf District. Folks sailed deep into the boundless sea from here.
Let's learn the bow. We're just trying to find just the right moment for a power shot.
Breakers used to come here for target practice. Used to play a little game. See who could bust the most targets in the fewest shots. He's focused, he's armed, and he's off.
Whoops.
A perfect shot just happens in a flash.
Okay, so we have to power shot these. Whoopsie. So this is definitely not going to be good enough. Definitely not going to be good enough.
Right, solid performance.
Second prize. Well, we have to get first. Something stringy, something fancy. 5 or fewer. Clockwork organizer once used for work and recreation. Well, I mean, if we
had enough of the breakers' barracks.
Yeah. Because if we just like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just that one on its own, we just have to, you know, do it. We just have to, you know, do it. Make sure we're lined up. More or less. Alright, now we're just practicing the timing. That is good to know.
Kid ain't done bad at all.
It ain't done good. Alright. That's not good. Oh, okay. Is there literally any way to save this? If we get these two, and then these two, that'll be 2, 3, and then 4, 5. I wasn't even right anyway. Here? Yeah. Alright, 5 or fewer, 5 or fewer. We can do it. It ain't that hard.
He's feeling real proud of that show.
I am. Alright, breaker volley. Can't quite try it out. Nice. Get
I almost
rewarded.
don't believe it when he says he passed the breakers challenge.
Get rewarded with more stuff for doing
Ain't
it.
always much to say.
That's fair. Alright, story time. Drink spirits to gain passive bonuses. That is how it works in real life.
At the intersection between bad and wrong.
That is not a fun intersection.
Ought to be a core down one of these twisted streets. But which one?
Let's go this one. That's pretty.
Some scumbag still feeding off the city's own trash.
Oh, I forgot to switch. Oh, that deals damage. Did they just walk off the edge?
And there he is. The oldest scumbag of them all. Gershel. Shame old Gershel can't float like when he was a young fella.
I think I bounced off of him, and that's why I went flying.
The rest of the path is gone for good, and his city crest won't bring it back. No core, no surprise. Likely gas fellas are hiding it from him.
Some sharp. The world's sharpest blades are treated with their oil. For a certain weapon. So I suppose something we don't have yet.
Steps. Won't be no field trip this time. Kid ain't ever seen an elephant squirt before.
Oh, there was something there that I missed.
Scumbag
War
can
machete.
digest just about anything. Except for this. It's quick for slicing and light enough to throw. They say even the most rambunctious squirts can be tamed. Squirts don't make the best of friends, but they can be useful in a pinch. No sign of the core here. At least the kid got something for his trouble.
Yeah, something is better than that. Which is, yeah, it's something being a weapon and a new, like, skill. Special. Always a good thing.
Them squirts just don't know when to quit.
So the something sharp is probably for this.
Up north is where the gas fella foreman used to live, tending to his flock.
Ragged hood.
No whack gas fellas all dress alike. Kids wondering the same thing.
Soiled garments like the gas fellers wear. Gas fellers used to tend the mines, but now are storming the remains of Ceylondia in alarming numbers. But for what?
And there it is, but it's locked down tight in an alloy cage.
Okay.
A blustery old foreman's keeping his fellas in check, almost like he's showboating for the crowd. He heads for the east side, where windbags used to keep the local forge.
So yes, that is the correct way.
Place to find the likes of Percy the Snitch.
But loot.
Never much cared for that big wide grin of his.
Okay. I cannot roll over that.
Somehow that old
Yoink.
forge is still standing. Inside
The
the
forge.
forge, Kid can fine-tune those instruments of his.
Upgrade for the Kale Hammer. Harder, heavier hammerhead? Or crit chance? I'm just not a fan of crit. It's just, I don't know. Never seems to work when you need it. So
Kid
I've always
lifelong
preferred just raw
friends
damage.
looking fit to keep on fighting.
Yeah, not that I have the bow at the moment, but draw speed. Yeah. I mean, it already has some penetration.
With a good length of meat gut, that bow's like new again.
More damage, and then dot damage. And we don't have enough for that. No, we actually almost do. We can probably, like, come back.
Core ain't here neither, so he's gotta guess again.
Oh, is this the foreman?
And now there's a new marshal in town.
The intentional strats, I lured him away so I would be attacked by the other dudes. Alright. Runaway time.
He hears the whole place groan, but it's too tough to fall. Kid's ready to go, and his ticket out's right where he started.
Build the forge to upgrade weapons.
He
That
comes back,
sounds
just like I knew he would.
very
Core
nice.
hums in his pack. The monument's calling for it. The windbags used to be alright. Then the calamity took the floor out from under him.
Aww. Hi. Got a little pet.
Kid does it again. Only fair he decides what we build next.
So now forge a distillery. Special call that summons a loyal squirt. Whoops. Yeah, probably the forge.
A lot
New
of things need
upgrades.
fixing up in this world, and we can start right here.
Something fancy. I don't have anything fancy yet. Whoops. Come on, there you go. I don't have enough. I can do this, but like, I'm not gonna use the sword. Okay. Off we go.
Picked up traces of other cores while the kid was out.
So no new challenges yet. The sundown path and the melting pot.
The melting pot. Place hoarded all sorts of fineries from beyond the boundless sea.
Secret skills are powerful but require tonic to use.
In better days, the melting pot was sealed tighter than the skin on a squirt.
Oh no!
Of all the plans to survive the calamity, it had to be stab weeds. If there's a core, he figures it ought to be deeper down. He cuts down every stab weed like there's gonna be a prize for it.
The prize will be not dying when I'm walking around. Nope. 26. Something nasty. Upgrade for the Fang Repeater. Prickly bundle of bones from a carrion critter. So you never did get these under control? The Calamity did. That was not a counter. I'll take it though. Ow!
Blasted things hurt like a broken heart.
Are you okay, stranger? You want to talk about it?
Core stuck inside one of those fancy cages.
That was a very fast finding of the core. Either means a big boss battle, or we'll have to go quite a ways around. Hence, thus, video game logic.
He throws
I
a
didn't mean to press
switch.
that.
Now what could possibly go wrong?
Nothing, I'm sure.
Quite a bit, as it turns out.
Oh,
The cage starts lifting from the core ever so slow. All Kid can do is wait. Shipments start falling in. Not every squirt's born bad. Some spring to the kid's defense. Judging by the movement of the cage, it's gonna take a little while.
nobody hurts my squirts. Nobody hurts my squirts. There's so many of them. My squirt.
Scumbags don't take kindly to interlopers.
I could not even see that scumbag. They get so small.
Even some gas fellas take his corner. Birdie popped
Oh,
that
thanks, man.
mean old foreman.
Is there...
At this rate, maybe 5 more minutes. Maybe 30. Hard to tell.
Oh, I sincerely hope it is not 30.
Squirts get real territorial around the core. Then a shipment of free samples shows up. It ain't all bad, as the kid finds some spices from the motherland, tax-free. One thing's for sure, that cage is awful heavy.
That is indeed for sure. Sure, for sure. If I like, doop. Hey, let's go. Doop. Doop.
It's a troublesome scene to be sure.
Whoops.
A few moments left, and the core goes free. 10, 9, 8, 7. You give or take a few seconds.
Thank you.
Finally, the core's within reach. And done.
You said it was within, but it wasn't within reach. Okay, core.
He's got it. Just gotta get to the nearest barge.
Oh, I didn't mean to shoot you. He was a friend. I think. Alright. Let's go. Well, it was indeed the giant boss fight option.
I still remember the look on his face after that one.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, stranger. Where did they come from?
Folks
When?
voyaged across the boundless sea to found Celandia. It was good living here for a while.
For the calamity.
The old world's finished, but the new world's just getting started.
More ammo, always good. Faster reload, very good. The bow, more damage and dot damage. Dot damage is good. Can we? Yeah, you can just swap whenever. I'll try dot
Packs a
damage.
special surprise in every one of those arrows.
So, yeah, just distillery now. New spirits.
Next time to sample spirits from my personal supply.
Health crit. Hearty punch. +1 life. Excuse me. Aromatic beverage served piping hot. According to folktales, it can almost wake the dead. Ware whiskey. 100% critical hit chance. Active only when below 33% health. Scentless yet very brisk beverage. Boiled rattletail whisker. Used to revive patients in triage centers. And 30% speed while defending. I mean, I like the shield, but I don't think I really run around defending. It's mostly for parries and then just kind of in the moment things. Probably one of these two. This is just very safe. Who needs to be safe?
Ware whiskey has no scent, but tastes like a peppered boot heel. It's not for everyone. That's Windbag Ranch. Perfect place to work a blade if you got the stomach for it.
Another challenge. Very quickly, and its throwing attacks provided added versatility.
Windbag Ranch was built for gathering squirt extract in copious supply.
Squirt extract.
Ain't nothing more healthful.
Oof. Defeat all foes quickly. Oh, the time's already started.
Some folks showed up to make a fast buck with nothing but a knife. Slippery little devils. Other folks came to train their throwing arms. Place gets awful slick sometimes. Still others use the place to test their finest blades.
Please, 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 please. And I miss. I have no idea where it is. Oh, there it is.
Kid cuts all of them down soon enough.
Third prize. Well. Under 90, and I assume a minute for the last one.
Always time
Okay.
for juice and squirts, they
So-
used to say.
Those black ones were very annoying. So let's deal with them first.
At least the little fellas can't feel a thing. Some squirts try to flee on instinct. Best to put them away first before they rile up the others.
Yeah.
Kid makes short work of them things.
Alright. Something pointy. It's for a certain weapon. Strip of knife bark, aged to perfection. Feared and respected by blacksmiths and woodcutters. Alright, and under 60. We could do it.
The ranch was always looking for good help.
Just have to get, like, literally all of these. Well. Oh dear, no, that was even worse than the first time.
There's always more squirts to go around.
Yeah, I think if I miss one, it's just like, okay, whatever, unfortunate.
Kid carves through all of them in a flash.
Nice. Yeah, it's definitely the strat, just sit there in the middle. Ghost Blade. More fragments of the old world. Usable at the Bastion.
Well, the kid's gone and struck terror in the hearts of squirts everywhere.
Ah. I just like to find the old man when he goes off and hides like this. Is he even here? Literally, where? Oh,
Sometimes a single look says it all.
I am just blind. Forge. Yeah. Just not a huge fan of the blade. Like, it's good, but it ain't my style. I will, however.
With the bow and repeater at the ready, Kid aims to keep a safe distance.
Just to see all the dialogue.
The sundown path. Lovely place for a stroll. Before
Nice.
the calamity, that is.
Oh. Gaining experience levels raises maximum health. Oh, let's just gain experience levels then.
Couples used to walk the sundown path.
That wasn't us.
Kid ain't
That's
here
us.
for pleasure, though.
Doosh.
But
Doosh.
then,
Doosh. But then...
Somebody gets to the core before the kid.
What?
Floor starts giving way under the lightest step. The single panic squirt could bring the whole place down. Fragments of the old world rain from the sky.
I guess we have to run around for that one.
Ain't exactly open to visitors no more. Quick and
Whoops.
careful is the only way to go.
That fell out from under me.
Stray valuables are lying everywhere. Kid thinks twice about risking his hide for them, though.
I most certainly do not. Okay. Is this not like... Oh, do we have to murder things? Yeah, okay.
See, the path was intended for leisurely strolling and such. Sky bridges link the path together.
Sky
One of them
bridge.
bridges whips the kid along. Finds a spyglass, like the ones they'd use to search the stars.
Portable telescopic lens used for stargazing. Sundown path once held breathtaking views of the stars, the mountains, and the sea. Now only the stars remain.
Air travel always was an iffy proposition. The calamity changed everything, even where the wind blows.
Can we parry fire? That was an interesting
Well,
counter
if we
timing.
mastered the winds in the old days, we can do it again. But the question is, who
The question
else could
is-
have taken the core?
That is a good question.
Well, ain't no survivor stole the thing.
Hey, let's... Oh, wow, I never swapped off.
Scumbag ate it by mistake.
Alright, we're fine. Doosh. Ah? No,
I
please.
know they used to ship live munitions down the path. Find time to find them. These wires to toss those things plenty far away.
Nice.
Even gas fellas need some shut-eye from time to time. They get real cranky when you wake them up.
Oh, I didn't even see this. Oh. That was funky. Something burnt. Slab of burstone. Blown topside during the calamity. Forged in flame already, it is highly resistant to heat. Oh, things is shaking.
In all his toil, Kid keeps coming back to an overwhelming question. Who else could have survived the calamity?
Well, we know one guy did. There's gotta be more. Lure foes into attacking each other to even the odds.
So he didn't find the core that time, but that ain't about to stop us.
No, sir. Hello. Only the stars remain on the horizon. The mountains are gone. We're no closer to the stars now, are we?
We could always see the stars. We just never could reach them, no matter how high we built.
Yeah, I got lots of stuff for things we don't have. Hello. The Hanging Gardens. And another challenge. Of course, the challenge.
That's Trapper's Shingle. Only place in the city to go to get certified with a repeater.
Fang Repeater offers fully automatic fire, but cannot be used while moving.
No place better than Trapper's Shingle for learning to tread light and shoot straight. Trappers had to tread real careful here, else take a nasty fall. They train themselves by clearing out the targets, while not clearing out the floor. Any good trapper knows never to take a step till the time is right. Expert trappers got
Second
something
prize.
extra to give them an edge.
And something greasy. Tin of rattletail oil, mechanical lubricant. Extracted from a species of subterranean pest. Yeah, I mean, we can just, like, upgrade it and then come back, which is like, is it cheating?
Think
Not
a
really.
wicked place like the Shingle survived, when so little else did.
Alright. High capacity ammo drum means more shooting, less reloading.
Turns out
Let's try
those
this.
old bones still have some spark in them. That ought to make those fangs sink in nice and deep.
Alright. One more time. Advance to a better position while it is reloading. Got it.
Kid decides to keep working his aim and footwork on the Shingle. Best time to pick a new spot was when swapping magazines.
I feel like this is significantly easier on controller. Yeah. That's so much easier it is once we get an upgrade.
They needed for a better hunt.
Snooze dart. City's trappers dedicated themselves to mastering the denizens of the wild.
The trappers would have been impressed with how the kid handled the Shingle. A bow and a machete, every bit as effective as the fancier stuff.
Secret technique that slices through everything in its path. An old graver went missing in a cave for months, but returned having mastered this move. Snooze dart. Causes the target to lose consciousness on impact. Considered unsportsmanlike by some trappers. Alright. Gotten that one. Core.
The Hanging Gardens. Folks used to go here to relax from their relaxing.
Find the best combinations. Yeah.
The dead welcome him with open arms.
No.
The calamity took everybody after all.
Yeah.
Kid sees it plain, frozen faces all around. You don't much care to see him. Not like this. These folks never saw the calamity coming, but someone did. Someone close.
Whew, almost fell off the edge there.
Someone who ain't like Mr. Beckley and his kindly wife. It was someone like him.
He does not look happy.
Kid sees him there agape, in the flesh. It's a snag or two trying to get to him. He ain't about to stop, no matter what. He's got so many questions after all. Just ain't got time for answers. The Thunder brothers didn't make it.
Ow!
They never saw what it was like beyond the walls. Nordy, the bird boy, didn't make it. The Jawsons, they didn't make it. Grady Sr., Grady Jr., they didn't make it. But him, he survived. Kid finds proof enough that man ain't from around here.
Ura sigil. Insignia born of people of Ura heritage. Worn by people of Ura heritage. The tassel spade was a rare sight in Caelondia before the calamity, as very few Ura lived in the city. Now there are fewer still.
Just think, without that man, we wouldn't be here right now, would we?
Oh, that gives you XP. Well, I would not know.
The core
Hello?
survives as well.
Ah. Okay, that's actually really good.
Kid does what he has to do. And then... what do you say to a man who's seen too much? Kid hasn't a clue, but he says this. We have to go. Please.
Survivor agreed to return to the Bastion.
He's a proper gentleman, that man. His name is Zulf. No hiding he's an Ura. Folks like him ain't never been a common sight in Caelondia. He's relieved to see a living face or two. The kid and I introduce ourselves in kind. Both to him and to each other for the first time.
Hey, Zolf. The survivor.
For Zolf, Ceylandia was like a second home. He's real worried about his first home, too. Far to the east.
You didn't happen to see a girl who wore this in her hair, did you?
We all lost loved ones in the calamity, he says. I don't know how I'm gonna go on without mine.
Maybe this can help you take your mind off things. You could help us find new skyway paths.
Zolf offers to help me plot the skyways for the kid. At least the calamity hasn't touched the stars, he says.
Have you been in Ceylandia long? Did you travel all the way from the
He was
east?
born in the Tazzle terminals. The Ura sent him on a mission of peace to our city, and he's lived here ever since. Kid says hello, but Zolf's lost in thought.
Were there many Ur living in the city before the calamity? Can they be trusted here?
We fought the Ura decades ago, but that was then. Things are different between us now. What else is there to say?
Hello.
Kid's ready to slice him up and pound him to bits if they get in his way.
Nothing new.
Fetching fizz is like a mouthful of nails, but the benefits are worth it. Kid ain't finished here yet.
That is correct. I don't even have anything, do I?
Of course. Hey, remember, that's why this place is coming together. That's why things are gonna be alright. Well, look what we have here.
Ah. Plans for a structure that chronicles past and future efforts. Just need a place to build it. A necessary testament to the calamity. By paying tribute to the past, one may better prepare for the future. Plans for a facility that holds and restores a variety of valuables. The calamity tore the old world to pieces, yet even the smallest fragments can be restored in the Bastion. A vigil.
The memorial. Here, kid can pay respect to the old world and earn it in kind. The valediction. Just another one of my sketches. Nothing more.
Earn first prize on the required number of proving grounds. Gain the required number of mementos. Learn the secret skills. Restore the land, piece by piece. Have mercy. Vanquish creatures touched by the calamity. Show surpassing skill with the scrap musket. Spoiler! Show surpassing skill with the war machete. Show surpassing skill with the bullhead shield. Show surpassing skill with the fang repeater. Show surpassing skill with the breaker's bow. And surpassing skill with the kale hammer.
Words can't express what happened, but they're all I got. We tracked down a couple more cores near the edge of the city. That's Cinder Brick Fort, where the marshals used to watch over the city.
Search for valuable materials and mementos hidden in each area.
There's only one way into Cinder Brick Fort.
The front door.
The hard way.
Well then, let's get to it.
Sure, the city marshals may be gone, but now the fort's crawling with windbags. The calamity was mercy for normal folks. The windbags ain't so lucky. the kid on notice.
Okay, well,
They've been left to freeze or starve or face the kid.
alright, I was trying to get the chief, and it did not go well. Alright, we're gonna level up soon, which is nice.
Wham! Kid's ready for the windbags this time.
I had a little bit of practice. Whoops.
Well, windbags young and old keep fighting for the fort. At least the marshals left the kid a parting gift.
There's the musket.
Something the windbags just can't handle. Something that'll punch clean through their greasy hides. Windbags ain't much different from normal folks. All they want's a warm place to stay and a decent meal. A lot of them wound up here in this very fort.
Alright, let's try to grind out the bow. Should be it. Oh, it tells me, so I guess it was not it. It was 3 in 1 shot. Okay, there we go.
Kid retraces his footsteps to find one of the fort's hidden alcoves. Could have been minding the business underground like in the old days. Windbags can't use the marshal's supplies, but the kid sure can.
Wide angle ranged weapon. Knockback compensates for limited range. Mass-produced version of the very first Ceylondian firearm, said to be a true terror. It belches searing clouds of jagged metal.
As for the windbags, Cinder Brick gave them enough heat and metal to munch on for a while. Well, the fort ain't theirs by right.
No.
Can't blame them for wanting it, though.
Ow, 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 ow.
So many of those sorry things holed up inside that old fort. Not a scratch on him as he presses on the higher ground.
Hey, leveled up. This is cutting through everything quite nicely. And as for these guys, that was a terrible counter.
Kid's blasting everything in sight with that newfangled musket.
Indeed. Sometimes it just straight up misses you. Come on.
Kid's stash of grenades is there for him if things get even worse.
Planned. Calculated. Good.
Security's plane gone haywire. Windbags gummed up the works. Kid ain't afraid of getting burned.
Yep. I just gotta get the crit to get through that just a bit faster.
They trapped the kid in the middle of the fort's parade grounds. When they bring out Glutus and Glandon and all their scumbag uncles. They got something to gain, and only their sorry hides to lose. Kid takes down Glutus, or maybe it was Glandon.
Not even the narrator knows.
The other big fella soon joins his brother, wherever they are now. The windbags finally get the message.
Whoops.
Kid used to dream of getting a marshal's badge, but not like this.
Marshal's badge. A prestigious symbol of the city's law enforcement.
The Skyway's a welcome sight after all that. And now ain't nothing left for nobody down at Cinderbrick Fort.
Especially powerful up close and can send flows flying.
Kid shows up just as Ulf's telling me about his own journey to the city.
Alright. Well, I think that'll be the end of it for today. Just something short today, since Taco's busy as well. So, for everyone here, thank you very much, and I'll see you later.